Alrighty, welcome back, my friends. Well, we are back with another Solana update. So, of course, in the last video, I told you all that I was not going to make another video on Solana until it broke through this descending wedge. Well, what you can see here is that Solana has now completed that breakout, as we mentioned in yesterday's YouTube short, and so now we can move forward with what we can expect next. Well, Solana is very, very close to knocking on the door of a beautiful move to the upside. Now that we've been able to clear this descending level of resistance, there are now 3 steps that we need to take to open up the door to what could be $40, maybe even $50. Those 3 steps look like this. Step number 1, clearing the most recent high in that descending wedge, which did look like $23.88. Now, next up, the next step that we're going to have to take is clearing the highest high that we set back here on this double top at $27.08. Now, in the process of doing that, the last thing that is going to need to happen is for it to break this macro trend line that we've been stuck within since realistically May of 2022 that is sitting directly above us, currently right around $26.53. So the easiest way that you can explain that is that although there are 3 steps to it, in the grand scheme of things, we need to break $27.16 to the upside before we can see a beautiful move to, again, maybe even as high as $40. So knowing that we have these key levels of rejection sitting right directly above us, as I mentioned before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer in my dollar cost average at each one of these levels once we're finally capable of breaking it. So my first couple purchases are going to happen now that we've broken through this descending wedge, and now that we are looking to start to reclaim some of this momentum to the top side. The second purchase is going to happen once we break $23.83, knowing that we then cleared this macro level of resistance. The third coming, of course, once we break this massive trend line sitting directly above us, which will imply that the macro trends are changing and that we are in a position to actually see some more long-term growth. And then finally, once we break this double top that we established, which is sitting right under those key levels of support from before the FTX crash. What you need to remember is that we were building up a beautiful level of support here at 27.16. We were doing really well. The FTX crash is what forced this thing directly through that level and started this entire, the end of the bear market, at least in my opinion. So considering the fact that this was such a strong level of support, it's obvious that this is going to be an even stronger level of resistance. And so once we're finally capable of clearing that level, the sky is blue, my friends. We are then looking at a $34, $35, $36 Solana near immediately, if I had to guess. And so of course, because of that, I am going to start to level in and layer in on my dollar cost average, purchasing more and more as we're capable of breaking these 3 obstacles sitting directly in front of us. I do believe that there's a strong chance we're going to do it, right? You look at the oversold readings that we just got on the daily chart prime oscillator here on Solana. You look at this bullish divergence that we got, the bullish momentum dots forming at these bottoms over here, the bullish divergence we got right here with the bullish momentum dot also, the fact that we're only around that 50% threshold, meaning there's all of this room for this oscillator to grow before it's going to need to cool down. If we go out to the weekly charts, what you can see here is that it's in a similar position. The weekly chart prime oscillator is still right around that 50% threshold. We're bouncing off of these bottoms that we put in down here, looking at oversold readings, blue peak finders flashing, bullish momentum dots flashing. I mean, all of these things saying that there's a lot of room to the upside to work, and we built up a beautiful foundation for Solana to the bottom side. So although there is an opportunity that this thing will capitulate, that is true, it seems less and less likely these days. And so of course, because of that, I am going to start averaging in way more than I was before. So with that said, make sure that you pay very close attention to, again, $23.83, the descending level of resistance that we've been stuck within since May of last year, and then finally $27.14. Once we clear all 3 of those obstacles, I do believe that Solana is really going to pick up its growth, and of course the gains from that could be absolutely amazing. And with that said, I will continue to update you on the shorter time frames every single day through my YouTube shorts. So make sure that you do subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so you stay as up to date as possible, and I will see you all next time. Peace.